Everybody's trying to get this information. Baby or celebrity friends are quietly paying off victims to avoid being named. And I don't know if they're gonna let me play. Let me see if they let me play this out loud. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Why can't I? Oh, there goes sound.
To Houston attorneys linked to Diddy and his alleged sexual assaults are trying to keep their identities private. That's according to Houston attorney Tony Busby. He says he's already privately settled some of the accused. That's after his firm sent out demand letters. Diddy is currently locked up and
Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I gotta do this. We still growing. We still growing. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna glance over this article real quick because it's actually a video with it, and I feel as though it'll be better if y'all just got to watch the video rather than me reading this whole article to y'all. So let me see, because at any end of the day, okay, so A-list celebrity friends of Sean Baby Oil Combs are secretly paying off victims to avoid being publicly named, according to a top lawyer, Tony Busby. Tony Busby, who is representing around 120 alleged victims of SA at the hands of the hip hop monster, warned last week that he is preparing to reveal the identities of many powerful people who enabled the alleged offenses. So, okay, before I play this video for y'all, I want y'all to think about this, right? If he get them the money and he's still Tony, he not signing the NDA. See, this is what I'm confused about. Maybe y'all, somebody can help me. He's not gonna be signing the NDA. His clients are. So does that mean that cause he is, I'm pretty sure he got the names, he probably he have the evidence of why he is even representing some of these people. I know there's another woman representing people. I'm pretty sure that they have documentation, some form of evidence and proof as to why they're taking this case. And of course they're getting paid to take the case. But does that stop them from leaking out their names? Because according to this, it says he is preparing to reveal. And I'm waiting, y'all. I am patiently waiting. I look him up. I do everything. And it says, however, he has since told TMZ that his firm is giving these stars a chance to settle up with their accusers before the claims, and their names are disclosed to the world. Oh, okay, so to whoever don't want to pay up, we gonna sit back and just watch. Sit back and see who stays silent. We're not gonna know exactly, because like it's not gonna be like a Cassie situation where she had put out there. But I will gladly pay for. No, they're gonna be sealed. I will do what I gotta do, cause to find out, cause I want to know, because I also want to do a video about the darkness of the industry. Whereas my oldest called it, when it comes to his politics and all that stuff, it's establishment. I call it the naughty, without the rest of it. I used to be happy into that. So right now, I am going to play this video. A-list is linked to baby oil investigation on Isaiah Factor Uncensored. And yeah.
sexual assaults are trying to keep their identities private. That's according to Houston attorney Tony Busby. He says he's already privately settled some of the accused. That's after his firm sent out demand letters. Diddy is currently locked up and facing multiple charges, including racketeering and human trafficking. Despite 2 requests to be released, Diddy has been denied bail. His mother, Janice Combs, has spoken out for the first time since this arrest. She released a statement. It reads, "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves a chance to tell his side." Joining us to talk about it here on The Factor Uncensored tonight, we have defense attorney and former Harris County prosecutor Bioji Akingbula, Harris County Precinct 1 trafficking director Kathy Griffin-Grignon, and radio personality J Mac from 97.9 The Box. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. So, J Mac, when you hear that there could be more people out there, more celebrities,
right,
who are already settling cases quietly, are you surprised? Are you shocked?
That's a smart thing to do. Mm-hmm. You don't want us in your business. You don't want to be on the Isaiah Factor.
On the morning show, right?
On the morning show. And then you heard his mom. She's doing what a mom is supposed to do. If you pay my bills, I would say, hey, that's not the guy I know.
But then again, of course, you don't treat your mother that way. You may not tell your mother what's going on.
Come on, man. His mama know.
Oh,
his mama know.
Trust me.
I'm being naive. The naivete is showing tonight.
Your mom is gonna always know what you're doing. You might think she don't know, but she know.
Got it. Bioji, let's talk about some of the celebrities, which no names have been named as of yet, who may have settled these cases. Is that the prudent, smart thing to do?
I think considering that these civil cases are closely tied to the federal case that Diddy's facing, it's certainly a smart thing to do to perhaps try to get your name out of the public eye, get your name away from the specter of the federal investigators, and just try to settle your case privately, assuming that there is some sufficient evidence to believe that these civil attorneys have something on you.
Now, if you are a potential defendant in one of these cases and someone's suing you, would they typically require a non-disclosure agreement to be signed once they settle it with the plaintiff or the victim in this case?
You know, if I was an attorney representing one of these individuals accused, I would certainly request for that before agreeing to any out-of-court settlement. Otherwise, it kind of takes away the point of doing it out of court. It's going to end up being public. I might as well continue to fight the allegations.
And sometimes, Catherine, when you're a victim in human trafficking or sex crimes like this, money can't always satisfy you. And do you foresee any of these individuals, whether it's men or women, coming forward later, even though they've signed the NDA, even though they've been paid, saying, look, it was me and this is who did it?
Well, after you get paid,
right?
Okay, and you done spent that money, and then you got to take care of the I, the R, and the S, who are real pimps, then they're going to talk. Mm-hmm. You know, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And who? I know you don't have a 50-foot bed in your backyard, do you?
Don't assume too much.
I'm just trying to tell you. But it's interesting because I was, you know, I've been following it, and today on TMZ, you know, it was stated that a celebrity that's bigger than P. Diddy, the feds have that individual on tape. Now, it's a little different when you're doing civil suits, but when the feds come get you, they got a little something.
Mm-hmm. And that's criminal.
And that's criminal. And it raised the hair on the back of my neck.
Yeah, it's raised too, I see it.
Yeah, it ain't that many folks bigger that we know in the industry. So it's just a process of elimination. Who we gonna eliminate and who gonna be that person? Mm-hmm. You more famous than Diddy? We know it ain't Justin Bieber because he done gone to the Lord.
Right. And so, Bioji, we have layers here, and we have individuals coming out. Will this ever end for Sean Diddy, Combs, or even if he is cleared of criminal charges, people will continue to come?
Yeah, as far as will this ever end, who knows, to be quite frank. I think what's going to end up happening is that some of these cases are going to continue to fuel the federal investigation. And what we should really look out for is if there's going to be more additions to the federal indictment, because every civil lawsuit that comes out, that's a potential witness, that's a potential co-conspirator. And quite certainly the federal investigators are paying attention.
And just because we have the current charges don't mean they can't add on additional charges as they continue to learn more about this case and potential victims that are out there.
And the district attorney of the Southern District of New York said as much in his press conference, that this is still very much an ongoing investigation and that they're still keeping an open mind with respect to more charges moving forward.
And how, go ahead. Kat.
With victims, first of all, in order to break through trauma, especially sexual trauma, incest, molestation, rape, trafficking, if you don't delete it, you will repeat it. The very thing that hurt you will draw you into it. That's why so many children that were sexually abused ended up in some form of the sex industry. And the very thing you hate, you'll end up participating in. So it's highly probable that even though they might get paid, they're going to say some things eventually in order to free themselves, because everybody's not looking for a paycheck. Everybody's not, because that pain is deep. He did his mama talking about how much pain she's in, but what about those victims that were drugged? And the children, there's no such thing as a child prostitute. Everybody that messes with children get molestation, statutory rape. So I even fought to get that law removed out of California. You know, there's no such thing as a child prostitute. So what about them?
Right.
Grown folks, it's a little different. But if you drugged, and if that baby all had some of that lay you down in it.
All right. You go too damn far tonight. We want to thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor.
Okay, so you tell me after seeing that video, if you made it this far, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Sharing is caring. And give me your opinions on what A-listers, other than the obvious ones we know or heard, like allegedly Cuba, allegedly Jamie Foxx. Those are alleged, even though Cuba was in trouble in 2022. And even though his brother Omar is like, he can care less of the situation, as if he know something a little off with his brother. But let me know what you think of this whole topic. And just like water in the sun, I'm out of here, coach.